Oh, it might be a little rusty. It's been a while. Yo, you clicked on this video to learn more about Quadeca's music production style. Let's go. The first thing I want to talk about is changing BPM and time signature in a song. Mainstream music often sticks to one set of time signature throughout the entire song. Quadeca doesn't seem to do this, boy. Let's look at Tell Me a Joke. The intro is actually in 70 BPM in 3/4 time signature. Let's take a listen. Then the rest of the song is actually in 87 BPM in 6/8 time signature. You don't understand how long it took me to figure this out, man. Every other BPM detector online shows me bullshit like this, and I just couldn't find it. Like, I just couldn't get it on time, and I had to do it manually. It took me a while. That's what I came to find, that he actually changed time signature and BPM in Tell Me a Joke. What you might be thinking is that, why don't I just make everything fours anyway? Like, why do I have to do all this? I mean, you could, but your music won't have the same feeling you get when you listen to Tell Me a Joke. This is why changing up time signature is actually quite important. The difference between 4ths, 8ths, and 16ths is actually quite subtle. It's got nothing to do with how fast the tempo is. It's actually about more how you feel, how the music makes you feel. If the song makes you feel like it's very straight or regular pulsed, I would normally say it's a 4 in a denominator. If it's got a jagged, irregular feeling, more like a swingy feeling, more like kind of like a waltz feeling, it's probably an 8 in a denominator. I was just going down this rabbit hole of finding out if there were more music out there that just changes BPM and time signature, and I found out that a lot of video game soundtracks actually do this. Here's one example. Zelda Stagnok's boss battle. The song actually starts in 7/8. And then it switches to 4/4 here. And then it switches to 6/4 in this like little break section. And then it goes back to 7/8. If you're interested, I found this awesome forum that just like lists down like a bunch of different video games and all the time signatures that these guys found. It's insane. Links in the description. Go check it out. The next thing I want to talk about is actually the use of minor seconds in music. This is used throughout the whole song of House Settling. The song's actually in B flat minor key. The chord progression is actually just a D flat and a C, which is only one note interval. That means it's a minor second. This is one of the most dissonant intervals in all of music. It really brings out the haunting feeling you can hear when it comes to listening to this song. Interestingly enough, in Jabu Jabu's Belly, Kondo uses cluster chord voicings, which includes minor second and tritone, to create this creepy, haunting feel. Let's take a listen. Tritones are also used a lot by Death Grips in their album Jenny Death, which is why the music sounds really uncomfortable to listen to. Try it out. This is like the 80-20 rule to create haunting music. You should be able to do it. Last but not least, we got polyrhythms. Quadeca loves this in I Don't Mean to Haunt You. A polyrhythm is a loop that has different number of beats, but the length of each phrase is the same. Let me play you an example. Don't confuse this with a polymeter, because this is what a polymeter sounds like. A polymeter is a loop that has different number of beats, but the length of each beat is the same. So polyrhythm and polymeter is not the same thing, so don't get this confused. The first example I want to talk about in Quadeca's album is actually in Sorry for Dying. You can hear it in this section. Where there's a drumstick tapping at the metronome, and if you listen very carefully, there's like a cowbell playing like something like triplets, and it's like a polyrhythm. Here are some practical stats on how you can get polyrhythms in Ableton. So if you want to turn this into this, which is now a polyrhythm, it's actually very simple. Make sure it's in warp mode. Take this file and you just kind of drag it into the downbeat, and then you just duplicate it. You get what is called a polyrhythm. The next thing you can do in MIDI as well is, let's say you want to make a 7/3 polyrhythm. Just have 3 beats here, if you shaker, and then 8 The reason why you want to draw 8 is so that we can use this to put it towards the end of the loop. If we loop this section, it is now a 7/3 polyrhythm. That's it. If you like this video, here are a few more videos in this style of different artists. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.